Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today, and don't let anyone else lie to you and tell you otherwise. Life is all about perspective. Even poop is tasty if you are a fly. We're gonna get really deep today, which is why we're looking through r/Im14. And this is deep. Let's delve into the depths of this absolute atrocity together. Enjoy. Mwah. Man, I just fucking love philosophy, which is why we're starting off with this beautiful picture. Look at this. This, like, metal pen is dancing with the sharpener lady, but it's him who's made of the dress. Like, what, he peeled his skin and made a dress out of it? That's gross as hell. What the fuck is deep about this? Ooh, or is it something like, she was using him to afford her dress, but now she's hooking up with, like, the... I don't know, the alpha metal pen or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Be careful out there, fellow men. On dating apps, you might just meet a woman who uses your skin for a wedding dress. Anyway, next post, please. And a tit, what do you call someone who loses? A loser? This sort of aged like milk, didn't it? Ah, remind me of who won that boxing match. It was kind of a good day for influencer boxing, wasn't it? Both Andrew Tate and Jake Paul lost their matches, and that just makes me feel a bit good about it. Now maybe they can just become a little bit more irrelevant. Would be nice. r/memes OP did not like. Ooh, that subreddit is like a little bit of a 50-50 cesspool, isn't it? They hated this meme because it exposed them. Okay, let's see what meme exposed them. I have no words. Religion is simply slavery. I choose not to be a slave, but at the same time, you pray to Pornhub, burgers, and TikTok. They hated this meme because it exposed them. Who the fuck has ever claimed that people watch Netflix because of spiritual conviction? The internet is brain dead, and this is what is training AI. The future is dark. At 18, she starts from the top. At 18, you start from the bottom. You see, as a man, you have to get greasy and dirty, but every single girl in the world has, like, I don't know, a sugar daddy, and she's just going to fancy restaurants every single day. You see, life is so unfair, but not cherry-picked at all. He should have gotten himself a sugar daddy, obviously. Sugar daddies for everyone, isn't that? That sounds like a political party. I can roll with that. That is better than current day politics, at least. Okay, hear me out. I have an idea for a future political spectrum that is going to be way better than any garbage we have now. It's going to be tomboy versus femboy on one axis, and then it's going to be sugar daddy versus sugar mommy on the other graph, and then you just place yourself based on a quiz. That is the true political compass. Cherry picks two random people that makes him feel grumpy. What about 18-year-old boy from money and 18-year-old girl flipping burgers? Hey, don't do that. We're cherry picking here to rage bait. That's what we're doing here today. That's what the internet is about. Please, silence. What is the ideal age to get married? Biologically, 15. Socially, 26. Legally after 18. Culturally, 24 to 28. Isn't that the same as socially? Anyway, economically above 30, and logically never. Ah, yes indeed. Twitter, intellectualism. You just cannot spell it without a little bit of age creeping. You can literally make a bingo regarding this, and every single square would have something to do with, like, the age of consent, and it would all be bad. In nature, poisonous creatures will often develop bright colors to warn others of their toxicity. You see, here is a colorful frog, and here is a female with colored hair. If you touch her, she will literally kill you. Yeah, never heard of brightly colored male birds that use performance as a mating strategy. That sounds gay as hell, bro. But don't you realize, if you're a fellow Sigma male, if you dye your hair, you're simply like a nice little alpha peacock. But if you're a female... disgusting. If you dye your hair, you're basically a frog. A slimy, toxic frog. Follow me for more male advice. You know, I love technology and that kind of stuff, but sometimes I do wonder if we're not, like, evolving backwards on social media, low-key. Anyway, let's look at the next rage bait post, shall we? I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of, so they can see it's not the answer. Jim Carrey. To be fair, Jim Carrey grew up poor. His family worked as janitors, and there was a point where they were all homeless. So he has legitimately seen both sides of it. He has also suffered from depression, which money won't necessarily cure. That being said, money would relieve a lot of stress for a lot of people, but I think the point he's making is a little different from that. I think whenever I see these kind of posts online, they always try like a little bit too hard to make something quite nuanced, something a bit too black and white. It's like, money doesn't make you happy, that's just something rich people say. And like, oh, money would solve all my problems. It's like, I think both can be just true at the same time. It's just regarding different things. Of course, it's going to be easier to pursue happiness if you don't have to worry about rent or don't have to worry about homelessness or like paying overdue bills. Of course, that will make it easier. It will remove a lot of stressors from life. But it doesn't magically remove other aspects of just the human condition, you know, whether it be sickness or relationship issues or depression or mental health or whatever it might be. So I think it's just like the easy answer about this kind of stuff is just both. Money certainly makes life way, way easier, but there are also problems you could have even if you have money. So it's like nuance is always a thing, I suppose.
If this is cool, then why is this shameful?
Is anyone actually saying that? Who made this meme? Holy straw man, Batman.
In my country, bus drivers have their separate compartment with their own door to stop people from attacking them. Yay!
Technically, so do pilots. Maybe they have more in common than what OP is trying to make it out to be.
Half drug addict.
You see, because they are drinking Coca-Cola and eating burgers, but he is growing plants. Specific plants, that is. But this person is addicted to burgers. So yeah, hypocrisy. Controversial hot take. A lot of stuff in life is bad in excess. You should have the right amount of stuff. Lagom. Be more Swedish. Everything should be lagom. More lagom. I'm gonna make the political party of lagom.
Please label your AI art heart emoji death threats. I'm gonna stab you in the balls.
Never trust an anime bunny girl with one hand behind her back. That's what I'm learning from this meme. Is this also AI generated? That would be kind of ironic. It's a little bit hard to tell because the picture is like low-key deep fried. But this feels like it was just made by an AI bro on Twitter who got like a few mean comments and be like, but I am actually the victim, you guys. I am the victim, okay? I don't know, man. There are certainly like stinky people on the internet who take like arguments way too far. But I also dislike it when people like deflect valid criticism by like pointing out like one or two unhinged trolls on Twitter who are probably like edgy 13-year-olds or bots anyways. It's like, yeah, one doesn't negate the other or whatever, you know? If you kill a cockroach, you are a hero. If you kill a butterfly, you are evil. Morals have aesthetic criteria. Nietzsche. I mean, I do think morals have aesthetic criteria, which is why it's very funny to make villains super hot, you know? We all like a hot villain, don't we? Oh, I should do that for my next D&D adventure. Just make the villains super hot so my party sides with them because they're all like seduced or whatever. That'd be really funny. But anyway, it's also kind of like a meh example because a cockroach is kind of like an infestation or whatever, whereas a butterfly is just like flapping around minding his business. So it sort of makes sense, but the example is also kind of eh.
Girls using guys using
Exactly, because Donkey actually has a soft side, while Puss in Boots was just putting up a front. All females do is be bisexual, eat hot chip, and lie. It's disgusting, whereas boys are just kind of ugly, but genuine. Everybody has their own way of suicide. What kind of inclusivity post is this? Okay, so the fish somehow blows up a balloon underwater, and the dude has a rock to go drown. Oh, you see, it's all about perspective, because you breed different things. I am so intrigued about how the fish managed to blow up a balloon in the first place. Can we just answer this question first before we get into the philosophy of this meme? If you think everything you do is for nothing, think again. Sparkle emojis. If you think you're going in circles, just shift your perspective.
Oh, good. It's actually a downward spiral.
Oh, man, that's so deep. I'm gonna put it in my fucking... Anyway. Signs of the times. Liquor store open. Abortion clinic open. But church is closed off by police. Oh my god, so let's just get drunk and have abortions, y'all, and not pray to Jesus, the true recession sign.
Me when the church is closed due to murder.
I guess I just gotta get drunk and get an abortion since I can't be physically present in the church. I mean, I don't know about you, but whenever I have nothing to do on a Sunday, I just go get an abortion to fill the time. Those darn libs going to the abortion clinic on Sundays instead of going to church. Disgusting. I'm against cheating too, but what is this? Okay, so he stabbed her through the heart with his phone while looking at thirst traps on Instagram. Oh wait, no, I think it's Tinder. It looks like a like button stuff. Okay, yeah, sure, but like, yeah, being on dating apps when you're in a relationship is certainly kind of very cheaty, you know? That's a bad thing. So, I mean, yeah, the message is good, I suppose. It's just a little bit grotesque.
Relevant again. If everyone got everything they wanted, men, you see a trad wife in a dress and huge balls. But women want a massive serial killer in a tiny little crop top.
Based. The serial killer looks like a pillar man if they weren't Aztec. Oh my god, they do. Another unrealistic expectation for men. Disgusting. You have to have pillar men aesthetics, crop tops, and murder people. Women with their unreasonable expectations. 6'6", 6 tall, 6 inches, 6 bodies hidden in the woods. Disgusting. My advice to anyone who takes like gendered advice or dating advice or whatever from Twitter, please go outside. They're all full of poo. They all need to go on the toilet really badly, but instead they spread that shit over Twitter and they smear it and they like it. It is gross. Do not touch it. Oh my god, it's terrible to grill a koala, but it's delicious to grill a chicken. How dare you grill chicken, but not grill koala? Is the message here that we should stop grilling chickens, or that we should grill more koalas? I mean, it could mean both. Koalas got no seasoning. You see, that's what I'm telling you. This is just propaganda for eating more koalas. No, that's a false statement. They eat eucalyptus. That is pretty much all they eat. They reek of cough drops for that reason. It would be like eating Hall's menthol BBQ, and that belongs in r/food crimes. Also, the fur is still on the animal, and that would reek of burned hair. As I understand it, the Australian natives did that for some of their meats. Kangaroo specifically. I do not know about koala, or if they even ate koala, because as I said, cough drops. I honestly think the meat may be slightly toxic because of just how much eucalyptus they eat. Oh yeah, aren't koalas like constantly high or drunk their entire lives because the eucalyptus kind of like have a yeast effect or something like that in their tummy? I think it's something like that. Like it creates alcohol or some variation of that in their bloodstream when they digest it. So that's why they're like so weird, because they're constantly just wasted. Anyway, if I understand this meme correctly, we should barbecue more koalas. Next post.
Reminder, a diamond is just a piece of coal that did well under pressure. Yeah, wow, it's so fucking deep. So if you just stress the fuck out of yourself every single day, eventually you will sparkle.
Okay, but like maybe comparing like the molecular structure of coal and diamonds or whatever to like human grindset isn't the best comparison, you know? Like sure, you need to like put effort in if you want to achieve things or whatever, work on yourself, blah 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 blah, but humans are a bit more complex than coal. We are carbon-based, but also like crushing yourself is typically not gonna result in very good results. We're dancing in a living room, but we don't even have a flat screen. Poor. And they have a family in the garden. Imagine how much propaganda to convince women that this is oppressive. You see, she's watering plants and dancing in front of their poor people TV. You do realize this is a cartoon. It's a cartoon glorifying a past decade. It's not even real pictures. It's a cartoon. Have you also noticed that whenever they cherry pick this kind of stuff for these sort of posts, it's never like the dude heading off to work at 5 a.m. to work in a damn coal mine, or then dying of a mysterious disease because you literally don't have medicine for it yet, or the wife being burned out because she's literally taking care of like 7 babies with no additional support. You know, it's like, I don't know. Life certainly wasn't like dancing in the living room and baking cakes. Like, you can still do that, but there's a bit more to life and adult responsibilities than cake and dancing.
The bad choices in life. You see, the sharpener would fit perfectly with a pen, and you see the screw would go great with a nut. Oh, God, it's so deep.
That pencil is cheating. No way this motherfucker is this sharp and dating a nut.
Ooh, is that like the additional message in this meme? Like they're walking past each other on the street and they're actually having an affair, and that's why they're like, and the other ones don't know because they are actually faithful. And this is just like a cheating meme because of the underlying message. Man, this just got so deep. Wow. What are these even supposed to mean? Okay, I think the first one we have to censor, but it's basically a cartoon of some dude sitting and gooning on his laptop, and there's a bunch of, like, dead babies on the floor. So, like, what, every time you masturbate, you're a murderer? Okay, that's a good take. Anyway, next post. So here's the brain kicking the shit out of a heart. I don't know, so your logic goes against your passion? Or it's some kind of cardiovascular disease. I don't know, could be both. Oh, look, it's a puppy mom that has the puppy in the stroller, but the babies, they get to be on a leash. Okay, like, sure, I have certainly seen people carry puppies or whatever in bags or whatever, but I don't think I've ever seen one have a baby crawling around on a leash. Like, I have seen some, like, leash vests for, like, toddlers or whatever, which sometimes makes sense, you know, don't get me wrong. Toddlers are disappearing machines. Like, I have traveled with my nephew, and it's like, you can look at him, and then someone says something, you turn around, and then it's like, oh, he's gone. Great. So, yeah, I can get that, but I don't think I've ever seen someone have a leash on a baby that is still crawling on the literal street, okay? Let's be real. If this was real, it would be a photo, not a cartoon. Look at the sheep eating money from the ground, and it turns into a brain. What the fuck? Oh, and the head looks like kind of like a heart. Okay, so the heart eats money, and that's when your brain grows. But if you don't have money to eat, you can't grow a brain. And we're all sheep as well. I don't even know what the fuck this one is trying to say. Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna piss on my heart. What does this even mean? If this is you, just have some self-care and respect. I think most people don't piss on their heart. Or is it like you're pissing on other people's heart? It's like, oh, you're a heartbreaker. Or a heart pisser in this case. Oh, this is a deep one. I feel this one deep inside of my butt. So here, a dude is grabbing a heart and in a sea of panties, but the woman is grabbing a heart in a sea of money and cars and You see, men only want one thing, and that's disgusting, and women only want one thing, and that's disgusting. We're all disgusting. True equality.
You see, I am licking a lollipop while wearing a bikini. So many likes. But I am an artist, and I pick up just a few likes from the floor.
Man, I think I've seen this deep message regurgitated in just different forms for 15 years. But it's been like different platforms all the time. Like, it used to be Facebook, and now it's like Instagram, and then it's like TikTok, and it's like, I don't know, the platform just changes. But I've seen this meme regurgitated like for 15 years, I swear to God. Actually, maybe more. It might be 20 now. I forgot how old I am.
Graduating from school, be like, yay, I broke out of the small cage
to be trapped in a bigger cage that is yet again in a bigger cage. Something society. Ugh.
Oh, speaking of society. Society! Look, it's girls wearing books on their head, and here's me actually reading the book. No photo has more perfectly described my life than this one. I am the only one in my friend group who is literate. Man, this so relatable. God damn it, literate girls. I don't even know, why are they carrying the books on their head? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know this reference.
How it feels watching kids open all their Christmas presents, looking so happy, because they don't know what fascism is yet. I literally had to go hide to cry so I don't bring everyone else down, lol.
Touch some fucking grass. It's like looking at your 4-year-old nephew opening a Christmas gift and be like, oh, he's so happy.
If he only knew that we're all gonna die someday, he wouldn't be so damn happy.
I'm just gonna go cry for a bit. Oh my God. Anyway, this is a merry, jolly, Fitchmas, holy balls. Okay, but real talk though, if this is you, you should probably talk to someone about it. This is a very depressive, nihilistic way of seeing the world. If you get, like, depressed because looking at kids opening Christmas gifts reminds you of that there are bad things happening in the world somewhere, it's like, that's not helping anyone. That's just depressive and destructive. Okay, this isn't good for anyone.
The difference is real, shocked emoji. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. But if you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, then you get ripped, you see, because breakfast
ends up here, and you get great tits. But dinner ends up here, and then you get fat. So if you only eat breakfast, you're gonna have, like, you're gonna look like one of those anime waists. And you're gonna, wow, goddamn. Man, who needs workout schedules and dietary tips when you can just follow this? Wow. The Earth is a resort for like 500 rich people, and the rest of us are just the staff. Okay, but this one is kind of true though. This one is like low-key true.
This picture says a lot about the father's efforts, but the kid only sees the mom's love. Disgusting.
I mean, the kid is so small, he's not even gonna have permanent memories of this moment. What is this post, man? People just being bitter about, like, random little cute family photos. We need to normalize grass touching again. It needs to be so normalized.
The sun is older than Earth, but water on Earth is older than sun.
What? 6 and above store, 5 and below. Ah, now we purchase men. Okay, this is a bit of a twist from the normal comics I see regarding this. Cool, let's see where this is going.
I'll take this shared one.
Only works between 12 and 2 a.m. 6-4.
I'll take my chances.
Warning, may cause injury. Oh, so he's abusive, and the other one is just kind of like a little bit of a frick boy.
It's like all the good ones are taking just so many damage.
You don't want share or damage. Sign waiting list.
Oh, and here's a girl with a big shopping cart from the B-Stock. Look at this dude. He's 5'11 and 3/4. Short king? More like short peasant. Puh, disgusting.
Nope, I'm not settling. I can pretend I'm not sharing. I'll take this one. I'll sign the waiting list. I'm not going next door.
This is a sign of, like, I don't know, the mental health recession, I suppose. When we sit and start making comics based on, like, a dystopian future that is in turn based on, like, the 1% of the most unhinged profiles on dating apps that go viral on Twitter, then it's time to focus on something else, okay? Like, yeah, there are crappy people out there with crappy standards or like whatever, but you also don't have to bother with them, okay? Like, that's the beautiful thing with crappy people. It's like one of the most inclusive aspects of humanity. Crappy people are everywhere, in every shape and form, and you don't have to share your life with them if you don't really want to, okay? It's good. One thing I feel is so relevant on the internet nowadays is that we need to stop pretending that a few people makes you believe that everyone is shitty, you know? Imagine playing Monopoly and never buying any asset or investment that generates income. Imagine you just went around collecting $200, giving your money to the rich, and trying to stay out of jail. Sounds ridiculous? That's how most people live their lives. You know what the fucking funniest part about this image is? It's that it's a damn AI-generated Monopoly board. They couldn't just Google an image of a Monopoly board. They had to make AI slop to make their philosophical point.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell yeah. Let me AI generate this piece of slop to make a meme about, like, I don't know, criticizing capitalism or whatever. This is so 2026. I swear to fucking God.
Oh my god, save just one. Mom, dad, wife, son, daughter.
Wait, is it 2 sons or is he holding up both hands? I mean, in that case, he's not even trying to swim. The wife is not even trying to swim either. Who does this when they're trying to swim? Something, playing favorites with your kids is bad. Anyway, here is a meme about which child you would let drown. Let the good family conversations commence. Women, coffee cup. Alright, this is gonna be great, isn't it? Deepest shit I have ever read. What's with the drawing on? Oh, it's like an arrow. Wow, okay, thank you, because I wouldn't know what to read if it wasn't for the arrow pointing at the only comment in the screenshot. Anyway, you cannot give a woman everything she needs. If God himself gave them eyebrows, they shave it and draw their own. God gave them nails, they cut them off and fix their own. Do you know how, like, nails or whatever work? They don't literally rip off the entire nails. It's like little extensions where, you know, you put it on top or like you shape them depending on what you... Anyway, God gave them hair. They cut it off and fixed their own. Most women that put like a little bit of extensions or something on don't literally shave their entire head, okay? What are you talking about? He gave them bobs. They repackaged it to what they want. God still gave them buttocks. Okay, but are we gonna make the same arguments about men who get, like, hair transplants or whatever? Or, like, when a man shaves his balls because God gave you a natural, beautiful bush and how dare you trim it down or whatever? How dare you go to the gym to get buff? If God wanted you to be buff, he wouldn't have made you a scrawny little piece of shit. They arrange it to the size they want. If even God can't satisfy them, then who are you to think that you can't please them? This reminds me of that, like, church sign ad that went viral a few years ago where it's like, Satan wants you to be strong and independent and powerful. Ah, disgusting. And it's like, it just makes Satan sound really based. This entire post is just like, don't take control of your life. Don't work on yourself. Don't do anything. And you could make the exact same comment about, like, men or anyone that just works on themselves or whatever. It's like, it's so weird, man. It's so weird. Just let people live their life. And if you really think that someone is high maintenance or whatever and you're not into it, just don't date them. It's so easy. It's so easy to not be bitter about people you're not dating. Okay? 1965, 1985, 2005, 2025. Oh my god, he ate the television. Holy shit.
And men only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
What men really want, you see 7 kids in Lederhosen and a beachfront property. I mean, beachfront property sounds nice though. But yeah, I don't know, man. These memes are always weird. 70k likes? I feel like all of this, like, I'm 14 and this is deep. It's just repackaged Redpill shit. It's like Redpill shit for kids. It's so dark and it's so brain dead.
You hold grudges. Time passing isn't an apology.
I mean, this is a good take though. I really gotta disagree. It's unhealthy to harbor hate towards people, especially ones who don't care about you. I got no time or energy to be mad at anyone who's fucked me over. I just cut them out and continue living my life. I can have someone leave my mind without forgiving them. Some people definitely ain't worth neither a thought nor forgiveness, just being forgotten. I mean, this is also one of those things that is just like a bit of like adult nuance or whatever. If you don't like someone or you think they're bad for you, for your mental health or just mean or whatever, you don't have to hold a grudge or have them live rent free. You can just move on with your life, you know? But also like, time passing isn't an apology. It's also true. You don't have to let someone back into your life if they haven't shown any signs of actually changing or putting in effort. This is just like a little bit of a nuance thing, you know? And people are arguing like it's a black and white thing and everything is contradicting when everything can be true at the same time. Internet, for God's sake! r/the teenager people.
Is this true?
Oh, it's like the LinkedIn equivalent of like, thoughts? Question mark? Alright, anyway, someone drew this in fucking Paint and then took a screenshot of their phone without cropping it. Man, content is great, isn't it? Okay, anyway, body weight, chances she's a feminist, and the curve just goes up. You see, it's even exponential. So at one point of feminism, you will have infinite body weight. That is very fascinating. OOP never been to rural America. I mean, I also like that the graph is exponential. That makes it really fucking funny. It's just so much about this that is so bad. Like, it's made in Paint. The graph is exponential. It's like made in Paint and then moved to the phone or something, or maybe they have Paint on their phone. I don't know. And then you take a screenshot of your phone without cropping it and then post it. And then the brain dead caption, like LinkedIn-ass caption. Man, this is such a quality post. It's such a quality post. Stop blushing and run, little mouse. Boy who recreates any scene she wants from her books. Girl who reads, I have seen the centaur smut. I would be kind of impressed if you managed to recreate it or whatever. Is this just like a furry pipeline? Is female smut novels just a furry pipeline? Is that today's conspiracy? Parents, why don't you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? My topics for conversation: philosophy, psychology, self-development, meaning of life, consciousness, existence, history, suffering, and morality. But all other people are just interested in boring stuff like having fun or socializing. Oh, disgusting. I want to talk about the morality of suffering. That's a fun conversation starter on the first date. Something r/I am very smart. I'm single because I'm too smart.
Maturity is losing interest in everything. Girl, that's depression.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound great. Like, don't get me wrong. I certainly get less worked up about stuff as I have gotten older. Like, you learn to see things, you learn to see patterns, and when things repeat themselves, you also don't waste time on certain things when you, like, recognize patterns earlier and you know where it's gonna end up, etc., etc. Like, sure, I can buy it to a certain extent, but you don't necessarily turn into a nihilist either. Always remember, your wife is the only person who chose to love you. Your mother loves you because you are her son. Your siblings love you because you are a Throther? The fuck is that? Is that... Huh? Your children love you because you are their father. But your wife, she loved you without any obligation. She believed in you when no one else did. She stood by you not because she had to, because she wanted to. Never forget the woman who chose to build her world around you. Respect her, protect her. Because a woman's love, when pure and loyal, is the strongest foundation a man will ever have. I mean, this is kind of wholesome, but it's also like a little bit weirdly dismissing of other aspects. And there are certainly families where people despise each other too. So it's also that kind of thing where it's like, I think you can just be wholesome and like goody about like, ooh, a loving relationship's pretty cool, without being like weird about other stuff, you know?
You only love me because I'm your brother. This is not worth it. Like, what? Huh?
Male depression, society, be a man, and then you come up and you got ripped. You went to the gym and got fucking pecs. You see, society shouldn't give a shit about male depression because then we get muscular. You see, mental health, baby, fucking love it. This is deep, you see. I lit her fire, and she's slowly burning to the ground and dying. But she's tagging along with a bad boy extinguisher, who will actually, you know, either put out her fire, which means she loses her passion for life, or it could be that the candle literally isn't melting and slowly dying. So, I don't know, this can certainly be interpreted in both ways. Hanging around bad boys with motorcycles makes you live longer, or, you know, they put out your fire. I don't know, man.
Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. You see, my dream is owning this specific sports car.
That's not deep at all. That's like skin deep materialism. This isn't deep, bruh.
A salary is a drug they give you to forget your dreams.
I think I'm not sure if I would call it like a drug. It's not an addiction. It's more like a necessity or whatever. I don't know, man. This meme was definitely made by someone who's never actually worked in an office or whatever.
This, with a big S, is rigged from the start. Being a guy is crazy, because the moment you turn 13, you're competing with
presidents of the United States for girls your age. Skull emoji. Holy shit, that's not where I thought that was going. Oh my god.
Don't judge me, because I'm quiet. No one plans a murder out loud. Yeah, I'm gonna casually tell my friends I'm constantly thinking about butchering people. This is how you socialize like a functioning person.
Being edgy in Discord isn't a personality.
And even if it was, it's a bad one.
Faking a smile is easier than explaining why you're sad. Stumbled upon a gold mine on Pinterest. Haha, the numbers or whatever is laughing at the more complex formulas. Oh, is it like the stupid are laughing at the smart or something like that because they don't understand it? Must be something like that, right? Cool. Thinker or looker. Oh wait, no, it has context, okay. Indelibly fix this in your memories. All should fix this outline in their minds and compare it with the opposite. Was this written by someone who has like fever hallucinations? Some people around us don't try to convince everyone with your ideas because minds differ. You see, I actually have a brain and this guy has a piece of shit in his head. This one has a 1 kilogram weight. He's a gym bro. Hell yeah. This guy over here is like depressed. This one has a garbage bag and this one has... Is that a brick? I mean, I guess that's what you're competing with. It's not that difficult to be the smartest guy in the room.
Perception creates reality. You see, she's thinking about honey when she sees the bee, but this guy is deathly allergic and she's thinking about death.
I mean, that would make sense. If you're allergic to bees, they would probably be a little bit more intimidating. Introvert has a nice internal world, but an extrovert. Brain empty, no thought. But you appreciate the world. Empty brain. Ooh, I think I've seen this meme before. R/self. Sex isn't inherently sexual, and I'm gonna tell you why. It has just been over-sexualized by the media and our society. Sex is over-sexualized, alright? If you really think about it, there is nothing sexual about sex. It is just certain arbitrary body parts moving against or into each other, but that's all a social construct. I am pretty sure the aspect of like reproduction is not a social construct. Like there are definitely social constructs around it or whatever, or how media portrays it, that you can argue, but the act of reproduction certainly existed before society was a thing. In other societies and cultures, other body parts and the interactions of them with any other body part might be considered sexual or non-sexual. I mean, sure, different societies definitely have different levels of like prudeness or what they consider sexual or not, but you're also talking about the act of reproduction. I think you have to differentiate the two if you want to make like a point about this. Right now you're kind of like blotching the two together, and like the act of reproduction certainly isn't a social construct, whereas like the media interpretation or what is deemed as lewd, for example, or how much skin you can show in like a social context is definitely a social construct. It's like you have to separate the two here, but you're not. It just becomes like a little sticky mess. Hence, a penar doing the thing with a female body part, as an example, is not naughty in of itself, but rather is culturally determined. No, that is certainly not culturally determined. That is the very act of reproduction. It's how we have been conditioned in many areas to behave and to believe, but elsewhere it could just be a polite greeting or totally innocent gesture. I low-key understand their point they're trying to make. They're just kind of botching it, you know? If you want to culturally look at, like, what is deemed sexual, or like what can be, for example, a hint towards a partner or whatever, that can certainly vary depending on cultural context. You know, in certain places in the world, it's like, oh, if you show a bit of skin, that's an invitation for someone else to do whatever they want. But other places in the world, it's of course not the case. And in some places, it's deemed very socially unacceptable to show skin, whereas, for example, in Scandinavia, we sit naked in the sauna, and it's not really seen as a sexual thing. You know, different cultures have different aspects regarding skin and context and how much you show, etc., and what is deemed like an invitation to things and what isn't, versus like the act in of itself. One is very much a social construct and like how society or people see it, and the other one is a very like biological process. So I sort of understand the point they're trying to make. It's just really weird, and they're just really bad at it.
What is the first inspiring thought that comes to your mind when you look at this? You see, your big tree with smaller roots, but then you have small crying tree with big root.
Okay, like the first tree is impossible because it doesn't get enough nutrients and it's gonna just fall over in the wind. The second tree probably wouldn't grow like that either because, like, you know, they sort of grow at the same time, I suppose. So, like, I don't know, it's just two, like, dysfunctional trees.
Remember, when you point a finger at someone, there are 3 more pointing back at you.
Ooh, I could see pulling this line in like a parody action movie where everything is like cheesy one-liners, you know?
Remember, Colonel, when you point a finger at me, it's actually 3 pointing back at you. Catchphrase.
You know, something like that.
Every man wants beauty, and every beauty wants money.
You see, every man is a skin-deep piece of shit who only wants one thing, and every woman is a gold-digging piece of shit. We're all pieces of shit. It's great, and then we come together and mash it up to a bigger piece of shit, and that's called a family.
Man, people who make these memes must be so damn miserable.
This is just miserable people wanting to pretend their misery is somehow like an ideology or analysis of the world. Holy shit.
To fall asleep, you must first pretend to be asleep, and that's how everything works.
Yet to be rich, you must first spend money pretending to be rich. And that's when you get rich.
Not like crippling debt or whatever, but that's how it works, baby.
Hashtag manifest.
Oh, that was the last post. Thank God. I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here and that you learned something about life philosophy or relationships or whatever. Because this video had a lot of wisdom in it. Didn't have a lot of something. That was great. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and great start to 2026. Take care, you wonderful, beautiful beans. Mwah.